Welcome to the Horse Conversation podcast. In this podcast, we're going to have conversations about our relationship with horses and how we can form a kind understanding to be the change in the equestrian world. My name is Carolina and I am your host and the creator behind Horse Conversations. I have broad hands-on experiences from all around Europe, and I'm also studied in psychology and equine behavior. But this project really comes from the heart, and I hope that you enjoy these conversations at least as much as I do. Hello there to all my listeners and people that watch my YouTube channel. I came on here today because I just want to babble along for a while, and that's about what's going on in my mind and my thought trains. And I want to talk about the topic I mentioned in my last reel and post, and that's about the worthiness of horses and therefore the worthiness of ourselves. And what's been going on in my mind for a while is this question: what if we take riding out of the equation? So what if we take using our horses out of the equation? And that, of course, resonates with me because I've never been much of a rider. You know, I ride horses since I've been 15 years old, and I've ridden horses for work, and I worked a lot with horses in a professional sense. But riding was never my most sought after activity with horses. As you may know, I really prefer groundwork, and I'm much for the relationship we can create with our horses and what that means for us, for the horses, and for the whole equestrian industry. So I have a horse and he's ridden in, and my daughter rides him and I ride him from time to time. Not that often. That's also because of his age. He's still young. He's turning 6 in a few days. But also because it's not my, I wouldn't say preference, because I really do enjoy riding. It's just not my first intention with my horse. And there's a lot of other stuff you can do, and I really enjoy that. So where I want to go with this is the relationship and what it means for us. If we use something, if we go for let's do something, we are so much in this energy of needing to control, of being in action, and less in the energy of really feeling and bonding and having this connection. I'm not saying you can't have that when you ride your horse, and of course you can, and this is what I'm always striving for when I ride my horse, to have that connection and to enjoy the time together and give him something he can enjoy too. When I ride, my preference is to go outside for hikes and walks so he can enjoy his life. He sees some more than just the stables, and he can experience his body in the natural world. Let's be aware of what riding also can cause. Like if we go and we get our horses and we saddle them up, go ride in the arena or outside, it's a lot of this doing and a lot of focusing on the task ahead and the outcome instead of really being in the moment and enjoying the communication and the bond. If we take the task and the goal out of our time together, we come back to what horses mean to us, what horses make us feel, and how can we mirror that to them? How can we make them feel? And if we take out this task and goal approach, we really have to come back to why are we doing this? What are we actually here for? And if we look at the equestrian industry, the goal of this whole industry is very much outside of the horse's needs and also outside of ourselves. So we are striving for something outside of ourselves. We are striving for achievement, for acknowledgement, for prestige, instead of being in just the life, just being and enjoying the present. So if I could choose, if I think about what I want to choose as a desire for myself, for my whole life, for the big picture. And I'm saying I really want this world to be a kinder place. I don't want horses to suffer. Like nowhere on this planet there's so much going wrong still, as we are in 2024. And if we look back where we come from, there's so much more to gain from this relationship with our horses. If I really speak out this desire of what I dream of for the horse world, it's so much about who we are as a society and so much about who we are as humans, what we bring into the world and what this means for us. So I can't change all the people on this planet. I can't make life for horses awesome with just a finger snap. What I want to do is remind you, because we take it one human by time, to remind you what horses mean to you. Why are you in this industry? Why are you having this hobby, this passion? And is this maybe so much more about yourself than you think it is? And I don't mean like what horses make you feel because you love them and you want to express that love, but it's much more about how does this define you as a person? So if I could make you become aware of what this means and what the horses actually want to teach us and what you can learn from them, I believe this world would become kinder step by step. Because if you can see yourself in your horse, you really have to face yourself in who you are. What are your desires? What are you striving for? What is your ego saying? And what does the little child in you saying? What she wants to achieve with being with horses. And that maybe can spark some more empathy for the creatures in front of us. If we are aware of our own feeling and our own place in this world, we can make the connection to their feeling and their place in this world and what we are actually asked from them, what we can and are allowed to ask from them from a really more eye-to-eye perspective. So if we realize our place in this world, we maybe realize that we're not above anything on this planet. So we're not above horses. So what gives us the right to use them in this way? And I'm not saying you can't use them. I'm saying it's not about using, it's about relationship, consent, and giving each other a choice. And if you can give your horse the choice, maybe you can give it yourself too. Because I think a lot of action that comes from this ego-driven energy is a lot about hiding ourselves and putting ourselves in boxes and laying concepts upon ourselves that don't serve us, that are there for this economy to thrive, for these societal beliefs we have all been brought up into. And if we just can unmask that and come back to ourselves, we would create a much more happier place for us and also for our horses. So this is quite an in-depth view into our relationship with horses, and it's still kind of difficult to find the right words. Some days I'm really into doing, I'm really into tasks and goals, and I want to let my horse behave a certain way. I want him to do certain stuff also for his best will. But sometimes I really feel that that does not reflect what I'm striving for in this relationship with him. And then I come back to, why am I doing all of this? And I don't want to have this in a downward negative spiral, and I'm really looking for the desire behind it. And with this desire, I can't help but reflect myself, meet myself, and get to know myself, and put away all of these belief systems and masks I have to function in this high-paced society. And I think this is a really healing part of being with horses. If this somehow resonates with you and it may help you to get rid of some of the stress and the responsibility and the needing to do this and the needing to do that with your horse and also with yourself, I'm more than happy that this can actually bring this to you. So these are my thoughts for today. So maybe you feel intrigued to go to the stables today with a little bit of a different intention than you used to, and just explore the concept of just being with your horses and explore his world or her world of experiencing, and look her in the eye and ask yourself, why are we doing this? And what is the highest goal that serves all of us, that serves the horses, and that serves also me in my personal growth?